Hi, this is Dodger and you're watching my show. I am just out of it today. You know those days when you space out so hard all day long? Also, just anytime I do something I wind up like hurting myself because I wasn't paying attention and yeah. So anyway, for gaming news, any of you who love the indie bundles that have been happening with random indie games being smooshed together for a certain price or for whatever price you name, there is now an indie composers bundle. Pay what you want for 5 indie game soundtracks, and if you pay more than $10, you get more than 5 indie game soundtracks. Now this is the second one. First one already happened, but this one looks like it has really good music. It has Machinarium, which is like my favorite indie game music of all time. It has Jamestown, it has Aquaria. What else was on there? To the Moon, Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery. Okay, I'm looking at it right now. It says that there are 3 days left. 3 days, 8 hours, but I'm gonna say that by the time I get this up, obviously it won't be 8 hours, but maybe it'll be like 6 hours, 3 days, 6 hours, something like that. Depends on how long, how much I space out. Remember the beginning of this video? Depends on how much I space out while trying to edit this. But either way, you will have around 3 days left to get this if it's something that interests you, so get on it. Those of you who are Trekkies and really liked the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movie, which I did, and I know that some of you who really love Star Trek will call me a traitor, and I just can't care because I loved that movie and I thought it was great. Anyway, there's a Star Trek video game that is based on the movie that is coming out in 2013. I don't know when in 2013, but I am still excited to play it. Looks like early 2013. That's as much as they're willing to give us, but hey, early 2013! So we've got like a year to wait. It's cross-platform and it sounds like you switch back and forth between playing Kirk and Spock, because in the movie they're in different places at different times doing different things and then they come together and maybe then you can choose who you want to play. I don't know. But it's cool because they both have like different abilities, right? So you get to like learn their different abilities. Maybe you could do some crazy Vulcan action. Spock is like the best sci-fi character of all time. Anyway, it's being developed by Namco Bandai, which is a company that we all know. I'll be interested to see what sort of an art style they go with. If they go with just like very standard looking graphics or if they're gonna like play around with it a bit. I hope there better be lens flares because Star Trek is the lens flare movie. They could just name the game Star Trek Lens Flares. Any of you who love tabletop games the way that I love tabletop games, or maybe you love tabletop games, but most of your friends like pretty standard board games. Okay, listen up. So Blizzard and Hasbro were like chatting together, drinking tea, whatever they do. And they were like, you know what we should do is we should make World of Warcraft Monopoly and StarCraft Risk. I don't see how StarCraft Risk can be like normal Risk at all. Like I've played other versions of Risk based on different, you know, game franchises or just different book franchises, whatever, what have you. But with StarCraft, I'm like, is it gonna... But with Monopoly, I mean, the World of Warcraft universe has so many different places that I'm like, oh, that would be an easy translation to happen. And apparently you can go to their Facebook page, which I'll link you to if so I don't forget. But on their Facebook page you can go and you can vote on what the final tokens will be, you know, like the little Monopoly tokens, oh yeah. So it might be a fancy way for you to be like, hey, I play World of Warcraft, and hey, you played Monopoly once when you were like 10, you wanna like, maybe we should play World of Warcraft Monopoly. I am super curious what StarCraft Risk would be like though. We might have to buy that. That might have to be a thing. As a final bit of news that will excite some of you and some of you will not care at all, Unreal Engine 4 is going to be revealed and showcased end of this year. They've been working hard on it and they can't actually apply it to a game until 2014 sometime, but they know that they're going to have it to a place where they can show it off a little bit, get people excited to play a game that's utilizing the engine, so I totally understand why they're starting to tell people now. They're like, homies, we are going to have something excellent for you to look at end of this year, what up? 2014 is a long time to wait though. Oh well. So, you know, if we've got some companies like showcasing their next gen consoles and then we got Unreal Engine 4 going and our minds will be able to be like, oh my god, if I take this and if I take this and just shove them together, they will make amazing video game babies! That should be a tagline. Microsoft, listen up. Xbox 720 makes amazing video game babies. Anywho, that is my show. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a positive or a negative response, feel free to leave it in my comment section. If you want to have coffee with me, go ahead and click wherever I put the annotation, this side or this side. Not normally down there, because then apparently some people can't click them, so it'll probably be up in there somewhere. and it'll take you to my other channel. But otherwise, hope that you guys had an awesome beginning to your week, and I will talk to you again on Wednesday. Okay, bye-bye. Mwah. That's all.